He's the precious metal strategist for RBC Capital Markets. George Gero joins me now at the IPMI conference. George, good to be back with you.
Well, it's good to be here another year. It's wonderful to be in San Antonio, even though we're expecting storms tonight and tomorrow morning when I'm supposed to fly back to New York.
Well, hopefully we'll be out of the storms way. We also are going to be speaking gold today besides storms, George, and as we're speaking, gold is down
about $7 or $8.
About $7 or $8. And we were speaking offline and we said that this week is going to be very important for the precious metals.
There are a lot of things going on in gold. Well, we have some rebalancing coming up on Friday. More importantly, we have Greece on the menu and, of course, the Fed news of this week when everybody's expecting some sort of guidance from the Fed about a rate hike. Now, the rate hike so far has been accomplished by the market for the Fed. So now there's some speculation as to whether we've had enough of a rate hike in the market prior to the Fed announcement or not. The 10-year has gone from about under 2% to almost 2.4%. Now it's like 2.35 today. And so now the question in investors' minds is, will there be another taper tantrum?
What do you think, George?
Oh, I don't think there'll be another taper tantrum because the CME futures markets signals more of a December than a September rate hike, but a September rate hike is possible and in the cards.
And besides the Fed, we also have the situation in Greece. Will we find a resolution? Yes. And who could be next after Greece? That's what everyone's really asking themselves here at the conference, right?
Well, of course, the 5 things that we're all looking at is who's next after Greece. If there is a Greece default, will there be an exit? Another major question, does Britain want to stay in the euro? Another question, of course, is Spain or Portugal in the discussion area so far, because the unemployment figures there are kind of large and the debt is huge. And so we're wondering whether this will signal deflationary or inflationary periods. And the gold price seems to suggest that we are going to see both.
Interesting. So, George, is it correct to say that gold's really responding to haven seekers and bargain hunting right now?
Very much so. Those who seem to be buying gold now are coming from countries whose currencies may be impaired. And of course, if you happen to live in Greece and have funds in a Greek bank, the chances are you're buying gold because it's liquid, it's portable, and has no political allegiance, and convertible into any currency. And of course, gold has that is a major asset for those who need some sort of portfolio insurance going forward.
The other thing I'm hearing from the conference is that palladium really has the best story right now. Do you agree with that, George?
I think palladium has a very good story. I don't know if it's the best story. Platinum, of course, had a very good story. Platinum is used not just as a catalytic converter in cars, but to crack crude oil into heating oil and gasoline, which most people don't know. So the oil industry, represented here at IPMI by a petroleum council, is very much interested in platinum and, of course, palladium. Now, palladium and platinum are used in automobile catalytic converters. And if the EPA continues to press ahead, there'll be more need for this material in trucks going forward. And truck sales have been robust. Now, car sales look like they're not doing well in Europe. And that is one of the reasons why platinum has come to a 6-week low.
Interesting. Finally, George, you're very involved in the IPMI. What's the sentiment like this year compared to last year?
Oh, well, let me tell you that we've got over 750 delegates from about 22 countries, and we thought we were only going to have somewhere around 550, and this has been sold out. And the Platinum Dinner, September 17th at the Palace Hotel, sold out also, and the COMEX Dinner is almost sold out from what I understand, which is the CME COMEX Precious Metals Dinner on the 16th. in New York.
Well, I'll be there, George. Thank you so much for speaking with me today.
Thank you for having me.
And thanks for watching our coverage here from the IPMI conference in San Antonio.